Hello and welcome. I believe I'm live. Leon says sounds good. Okay. Hello and welcome, guys. So I see Leon, Aries, Bonnie, Husky Lady, and Sid. Mega, hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I hope you are all very well. Okay, so Miss Venus, hello. Shweta, hello. Luna, hello. Miss Venus, very, very glad that you could make it. I was going to do like a little, kind of, I wouldn't say like a prayer, but just, wishing like blessings and positive energy to you, for your current situation. Just hoping that you're okay and that you're doing okay and that your area is okay. So it's really nice to see you in the chat. It makes me happy that you can make it. So I really hope that you are doing well where you are right now. Yes, I'm going to, because I don't know how long the stream's going to be, because I just have like some key points with me to talk a little bit about the Angel Trumpet first. I know a lot of you may not know anything about the Angel Trumpet before today, so I do want to give like a lot of kind of backstory about it. Um, so I don't know how long I may be talking a little bit for. Hopefully not too long. The actual meditation will be about 20 minutes probably. I want to do a little bit longer than we did with the ISIS one, because I really wanted to see if anyone may have any kind of like vision or auditory message or anything like that. Now, with the Angel Trumpet, without skipping ahead too much, I think I did send most of you what Angel Trumpet can help with, and with the Angel Trumpet a lot, the messages and things like that tend to be in the dream space, in the dream realm. Not always, but it's it's very closely linked to the dream realm anyway. So you may find that your meditation may just be relaxing, you may not get too much come through, but your dream tonight may be a bit more profound or have a few more messages in. Um, yes, so I won't get ahead of myself too much. The hurricane is upon us. Yes, so well, it is upon Miss Venus area. Not here, luckily for us, but yes. Wishing you like blessings, safety, everything, positive energy, safety, and everything like that. I'm glad you can make it. Was just going to do a quick little for everyone who is in at the moment to just, you don't have to put it in the chat, but just to wish Miss Venus, safety and wellness. You can put it in the chat if you want, but you don't have to. But just take a moment to kind of like put that energy there. I did want to say that in the beginning as well. Yes, stay safe to the best of your ability, and yes, if we can all send some of our protections or request our guides to send protections there as well, or angels or whatever you wish. It's very nice to see so many of you in. So because there are so many of you in, I will go straight ahead. I was going to wait a little bit, just in case there wasn't many in, but yes, I don't know how long I'll be talking a little bit about the Angel Trumpet. So first, this is the Angel Trumpet plant. I know my webcam camera, isn't the best quality, so I hope you can see her with some clarity. You can see that some of the plants, like this one, are not fully open yet, but we had some really nice, like a group of them kind of open from here to here. So I did I know the meditation was very, it might be this date, it might be this date, but I wanted to get as many nice open ones together as possible, as with the space I have, you know, I wanted as many of her present in the space and in frame as well. So I hope you can see a little bit. This is probably the clearest one, or this one. This is actually a slightly pink in colour, if you can see that. But I have this this one at the back here, if you can see the bottom here, and this is actually a fake Brugmansia plant, and I call it my Instagram Brugmansia because it's fake and it always looks beautiful, no matter what time of year it is. So there, just to show you up close as well. There's quite a big plant pot there, so we don't want to disturb where that one is sat, but there you can see, very, very beautiful shape plant, like a trumpet, you could say. So the first thing to talk about with the Angel Trumpet is, you may have heard, if you're in a part of the world where this grows, you may already know about it. It's not very common here in England, but there is also a plant called datura, which is probably more common, because it grows a little bit more wild. And that one is very similar to this, but the plant grows this way, so it grows up like that. And so that is called the devil trombone, whereas you have the angel trumpet like this, the one that grows upwards, so it's like a trumpet coming down from the heavens. The one that grows upwards is called the devil trombone, like it is a trombone coming from hell, basically. So it's very important, I find it very important in the work to work with the angel trumpet. You want to work with the positive side, you know, it's a message, messenger, a like funnel, messenger tool from heaven, not from hell. So very, very lovely kind of symbolism, the angel trumpet, as opposed to the devil's trombone, which is the datura. They're very similar, in fact, pretty much the same plant, apart from the difference in the way that the flowers grow, and the datura is a little bit more common. Like I said, it's kind of wild, and the difference in the name is just because the person who kind of was naming them named this one after him, so that's they probably would both be called the same name if it wasn't for that. So very, very similar kind of plants, but the difference in the way that they grow, and that gives us a different symbolism, a whole new symbolism. But their composition is the same. So one thing about the plant, when we look at, so I think I've called the video a new plant medicine or something like that, a new plant, I can't see the name, a new plant medicine, yes. So plant medicines are very commonly, ingested, and this plant has been ingested by, you could say, very silly people. It's people may not fully be able to differentiate the difference between a trip and a delirium experience. So the angel trumpet is very, very poisonous. It's very poisonous, very toxic. You should never eat it, and you shouldn't have it around animals either, because it's also poisonous to them. But in the experience of being poisoned by the plant, you will experience delirium. And for people who aren't very familiar with hallucinogenics or what they do, um, the idea of having a deliriant experience may just seem like a trip to you. A trip may be described as seeing things that aren't there, and in cases of people who are poisoned with this plant, they will see things that aren't there. But it's quite different. It's it's a full deliriant experience, so they rarely believe they're having the experience. They fully believe a common occurrence is seeing dead relatives, having full on conversations with them, and not knowing, not even having the logic mind to say that they passed over and that that they passed over. It's it's almost like being in a dream where you're not lucid at all. So there's no lucid dreaming there. You just don't even know what's reality and what isn't, and it's very real. So a trip, generally, at like the kind of suggested doses of like say mushrooms or acid or anything that people may trip on, wouldn't give that kind of effect. It wouldn't give a full on like not knowing reality from the trip. You may see things move a little bit, or whatever it is, but it's not a full on deliriant effect. So people make this mistake. They think that a deliriant is just like a trip, and this happens more commonly in America because these grow a bit more. Like the Torah grows wild in America, and people will often, teenagers will hear about the plants, hear about the effects they can have, and think it's a fun time. And I as someone who felt very drawn to the Angel Trumpet, have researched a lot about these bad experiences people have had, and I have rarely extensively gotten into them, rarely listened through a lot of them, and I only found one that was actually a kind of positive experience. And yeah, you would really struggle to find more than that, I think. It's very, very, nightmarish, a lot of the experiences, and people, it's also, of course, because it's a poison, a lot of the people who take it die as well, so they don't always recover. Those that do recover often have kidney problems, liver problems, heart problems afterwards. So it's definitely not a plant medicine in the natural sense of being consumed. There are tribes that do smoke it. I believe in Hawaii, there was a tribe who kind of taken it on to be like their sacred plant, and even they would tell people not to ever ingest it, as in eat it or make a tea. It should only ever be smoked in small quantities. So I believe that the experience, I can't say for sure, but I believe the experience would be a lot, lessened by doing that. And of course, they do that in like a ceremonial way, and they would even say never to eat it. So it's very unfortunate that people do, and a lot of those people, their lives change for the worse in most cases, whether that's because they, go a little bit crazy, they get, they don't really recover from the mental state that they were in, or they don't recover physically. So it's definitely not a plant to be messed with in terms of like a traditional plant medicine would be. So we'll look a little bit more into how we may use it as a plant medicine in a little bit. But just to say that I do not condone the consumption of the plant in any way. So just to not mistake that. When I talk about plant medicine, it's not about consuming the plant. So the one of the main components in it is scopolamine, and that is they do sometimes use that in criminals in wherever it grows naturally, different countries. They will use it to purposely put people in that kind of dreamlike state and get them to like empty their bank accounts, or all those kind of things. So yes, a lot of negative uses for the plant, and a lot of you know, mistaking what we can take from the plant. We cannot ingest it, and we should not think that we can. You know, the Brugmansia spirit, Angel Trumpet spirit, she sets very clear boundaries, and not consuming her is a very clear boundary that she sets. So yes, so we didn't explain, the Angel Trumpet is also called Brugmansia. So if you hear me saying Brugmansia, that is just the other name for the Angel Trumpet. But what can we learn? So why should we look at the experiences of people who have ingested her, if they were so negative, you know? One thing that we often see is that these people often connect with passed over loved ones. What we can learn from their experiences, as negative as the experiences are in the majority of them, they do have conversations with passed over people. They in like a dream-like state. Some of them do have some kind of like out-of-body experiences and things like that as well. And this all gives us a very harsh look, but a look nonetheless, at what she does work with. So she is connected to the dream world, the astral realm, and the spirit realm. So we can still learn from their experiences, even if they weren't positive experiences. We can still learn the connections that she has and what she can help with. So yes, so you may be wondering why, with all of this, like kind of negativity and all of that with surrounding the plant, why would someone be drawn to the plant in the first place? So why am I drawn to the plant in the first place? So much that I actually got a tattoo. So I'll just see if it does pop up on the screen there. I think it should. Just double check that it does come up. I'm a little bit behind you. Yes. So that's my tattoo, which is on the back of my left arm. If it was easier for me to show it, I don't want it to move around too much and all of that, and of course have this top on. So picture is a lot clearer of the tattoo I have of the Angel Trumpet. So yes, so why would you be drawn to work with such a poisonous plant? Why would you feel that we all love it. Well, why would you feel drawn to work with that plant? I do believe in plants having living spirits. I do believe in all living things having a spirit, the earth, celestial bodies and all of that. And I don't feel that we can just discount completely the ability to connect with a spirit, just based by the fact that, they're deadly in some degree, yes, I can't eat her, but I don't really want to, she's very beautiful. I like the plants, I like the scent, and I feel very drawn and very connected to her. And the stories of people's experiences were very interesting and horrible, horrific, kind of I suppose a horror story, but I do have a fascination with her, and had a fascination with her for quite some time. And decided that I would try to work with her in a different way. You know, how can we work with a plant in a ceremonial way, in a plant medicine sense, without actually ingesting, and with being very, very safe, because like I said, she has very clear boundaries, and there are serious consequences when those boundaries are crossed. And some of us may, like to take on that a little bit more. Some of us who can't set boundaries very well. But usual plant medicine would be something like ayahuasca. So I don't know if anyone here has done a plant medicine. I have not done ayahuasca. But just to talk about it a little bit, ayahuasca is done in a ceremony. It's done by a shaman, and it's a very it's again, like I was saying, how the Delariant experience is more than just a trip of like a mushroom or like an acid trip or something like that. Ayahuasca again, although it's not poisonous in this sense, they extract it properly, I believe. It is a different component than Angel Trumpet, but the reason why I bring it up is because the normal plant medicine ceremonies can, although in like a tribal setting, it may be very like natural for them to do, and they may, it may be just a part of their traditions, and that's okay. But you will have a lot of people coming here, going to America, going to different places, and holding plant ceremonies. And they don't really look at things like, is this person coming into my ceremony? Do they have a history of mental health, or anything like that? Have they ever even taken a lesser psychoactive drug before, like marijuana perhaps, something like that? Because one thing that's overlooked is that a lot of people after a plant ceremony, it's a lot of them don't really recover and come back. A lot of them, psychoactive drugs can awaken mental health issues, or exaggerate mental health issues. So it's in working with a plant medicine in a different way, where we do not ingest or have any kind of like trip or strange experience, it's a lot more inclusive, and people who have from the severe mental health, where they may not be able to do that, it's a lot more inclusive. You can work with any kind of people, any age as well, as another thing, because what we're going to do in our kind of like plant medicine ceremony is, you can hear the music, and a lot of you who have joined on to many of my other streams and things before will probably know about this device. I will kind of try to bring it forward a bit if we can. Ooh, without disrupting it too much. So there we have, it's called, if you can see it properly, it's called the Music of the Plants device. And what it does is it picks up on the biorhythm of the plant, and it has like a prong, I suppose you could call it, into the soil to touch the roots. And it has this, if you can see the wire there, clips onto a leaf, and it picks up on the biorhythm of the plant, and it filters it through different sound profiles. So this one we're listening to it through now is called Zen Garden, and it has quite a few different ones. Most commonly on my streams I will use Zen Garden, Meditation, and Forest, because they're quite kind of meditative sounds. So this one's called Zen Garden, and we have the Angel Trumpet biorhythm going through this device and making these sounds. So yes, so if you didn't know, I use this on my streams all the time, with different plants, like snake plant is the most common one I use on the streams because it's a house plant and I just have it in this room, so I often use that. And this is the first time that I'm listening to the Angel Trumpet as well, so I wanted to listen to it for the first time with you guys as well. So this is a different way that we can work with a plant. So you can work with any plant. You know, it doesn't have to be a poisonous plant, but you can work with any plant. So it doesn't matter whether they're edible or not. You know, if you like the plant, if you're drawn to it, you can work with it in this way. And when we do stop and just do the meditation, it will essentially be the angel trumpet singing to us in the meditation. So I think that'll be really nice. Now, an interesting thing as well, which I don't think I mentioned earlier, it's also like kind of a rumoured thing that if you sleep under one of these, they grow really, really big. They grow like a bush. This is quite a small tree at the moment. But yeah, when they grow really big, they're like a big bush, and with loads of pendulous plants, flowers growing from it. But it's supposed to be that if you sleep under, or if you meditate under, you have a profound experience, and if you sleep under, you will have like a lucid dream or an out of body experience as well. So I didn't mention that earlier, but that's another thing that shows that there are positive experiences we can have from the plant, just not stepping over its boundaries and not consuming it. Now I consider the angel trumpet to be a female, especially my one. Actually have two, but one of them did not grow very much this year, and it's quite small. This is the bigger one, so it's a bit better. But yes, I consider mine to be female. But you know, if you were ever to get one and you wanted to call your Brugmansia spirit male spirit, then you know it's up to you. It's very common. She's very commonly called she, the spirit of the Brugmansia plant. So yes, maybe I've just picked that up from other stories as well, but to me, I feel like a female spirit in the plant. So I will go with that. Yes, the plant is very beautiful. I don't know if you can see it like to its like full effect. I will take some pictures and post some pictures as well. It is a shame about my like the webcam camera isn't like, you know, full HD. I don't think it's not like a 4K kind of thing. It's just like the kind of best quality webcam camera that I had. Yeah, so you can't see her like in all of her glory, I don't think, but you do get the idea, based by the tattoo as well that you saw, and by this one, you know, what she looks like. Very, very beautiful, trumpet-shaped flowers. So let me just see that I've covered, I haven't run ahead here. Yes, there probably is a lot more I could speak on about like the history and like its uses and things like that, where, you know, it's been used to kind of like disarm armies in battle and things like that, feeding them in a salad to kind of like disarm them. It's been actually one use of this which when I was researching, I really kind of intrigued me, was that it had been given to like misbehaving children, to kind of like, I don't know, I suppose like snap them into like line, which I can't imagine, from the stories I've heard. You know, if it does interest you, I would definitely just look up, Datura is more common, Datura. I think, that people take. But Angel Trumpet, Datora, whatever you want to type in, report or trip report, and people go over their experiences, and it is like a horror. It's a little bit like listening to a horror story, in my opinion. But interesting, the kind of things that can happen. So I found it interesting to uncover that have been given to misbehaving children, because it's definitely not something I would ever give to a child. You know, it just sounds crazy that that was ever done. So, you know, really strange use of it there. I'm sure it did teach them about misbehaving, but, you know, very dangerous to do that. So, other interesting points about the angel trumpet as well. It's quite rare for plants to point down and not to the sun. There are other plants that do that. You may, if you're into plants, you may name a few off the top of your head, but it's still quite rare for plants to do that. They do usually point to the sun. And it's interesting because I'm on Facebook, I'm in Brugmansia lover groups, because I do really love the plant, and they share growing tips, and they even sell cuttings and things like that on there, and they're really nice, like, to see the pictures and everything that people post in the groups. And just trying to think why I was going on about the groups then. Oh yes, and they were all saying in the groups. So in the groups, they were all saying, like, the scent. Oh, the scent is so beautiful. Like, they love the scent, and I didn't realize at first, because I got one plant when I first kind of began, like, my obsession, and I was reading everywhere about the smell of it, and I never smelt it. I didn't never smelt it for the first year that I had it. And then when I researched more, and I realised that it releases its pollen in the evening, so it actually doesn't have a scent rarely until the evening. And so of course when it grew again, I went out in the evening and smelt it, and I do really appreciate, and I do like the scent a lot. But yeah, I just found that interesting that they were all saying this, and I thought, I've never smelt it. I thought, I just didn't really think it had a smell. But yes, so it releases its pollen in the evening, and it is pollinated by moths, mostly pollinated by moths. So the totem animal connected with the angel trumpet is the moth totem animal. So I will just show you. I did get the moth totem animal card there. Hope that's in focus as well. And I do have that on the table here, but of course it's not in view to you. But yes, the moth totem animal. So, and the moth totem animal as well is, the moth is all about finding the light in the darkness. So the moth, of course, you can just take it as that. If you are going through a difficult time and you want to find the light in the darkness, you can ask the angel trumpet to help. You can ask the moth totem animal to help. But also the light as well, you can think of the light at the end of the tunnel, in that very, we die and we go to the light as well, because of the connection to the spirit realm as well. So the moth ties in there with the connection to the spirit realm, and then also finding the light. The moth as well, is also very closely linked to the astral realm as well. So some people do work with the moth totem animal when they're practicing astral projection. So if one of your intentions was about astral projection, then you can also work with you can work with the angel trumpet. You can work with the moth as well. So I just thought that would be nice a nice thing to mention as well. Um, just want to make sure I cover everything before I get up to the meditation. Yes. So the ritual that we're going to do, it is an ancient ritual, um, and the I believe so. Is anyone in who has not given their intentions? Oh, Gretel, hello, and Vera, hello. So anyone in that has not given their intention to me beforehand, if you would like to comment it in the chat, or you know, you can Facebook or email, like I always say, if you don't want to put it in the chat, because I will talk through the ritual now. But yes, you can add something. Let me just find you. I have, like I always do in the singing bowl, I have you all in here. So if I just, you can add something if I just find you. Yes. Yes. Oh yes, you can message me on Messenger with it. Ooh, yours is full. Oh, I can write it on the back because I filled them in four, so I'll write it on the back there. So I have everyone's intentions there who did them beforehand. So yes, it might be a good time now while I'm just seeing if I've covered everything I wanted to. It may be a good time to think about if you want to send an intention if you haven't. But the ritual we're going to do, it is an ancient ritual. And it's usually used, so I'll explain the actual ritual, how it was done, and then I will go on to how we're kind of, where, you know, we're expanding it a little bit, where, you know, we're not just using the narrow way that it was done. But let me just see who's messaging. So anyone who is in, like Gretel and Vera, if you do want to send me an intention, you can send that, so you're welcome to do that. Let me just check. Okay. Oh, Aries, I thought you did put that. No? Okay, yes. I'll add that now. My leg really clicked really loud, then I don't know if you heard that. Yes. Yes. So, dream practices, whether it's dream journaling, lucid dreaming, astral projection, you know, anything to do with the spirit realm, or other realms, or the dream realm, all very, you know, interlinked with the Angel Trumpet. And also, does anyone have any questions as well? So I know a few people did ask me, you know, can I know a little bit about the Angel Trumpet? And I purposely just said, like, there's a little bit of information in the description, and there's an article there. My article does go over a little bit more about. My article's a little bit more about normal plant medicine versus using this device. So even though I do talk about the Angel Trumpet in that, I think that this talk has given a little bit more insight into Angel Trumpet. Yeah, so I hope that you kind of get an understanding for her and a feel for her. Sarah says, I made it. This is my first meditation with you. Yay! I am really glad, and I know that with this one I message people beforehand, which I don't always do. But I did want to get intentions beforehand to write them up, because I'm not only writing them but folding them up and, you know, cutting them out and things like that. So I did want to make sure sometimes when people jump in, there can be a lot, you know, there can be a lot. We just have a few people who I haven't messaged prior, so if I do have to write anything up, that's fine. but it saves a bit of time me writing them all. And some people are going to catch up later, and I think I will timestamp where the meditation starts, because you may wish to continue on with the meditation. So when I do like a ritual like this, I'll talk about it, we'll do the meditation, we'll, talk about if anyone did have anything come through on the meditation. But I do like to timestamp the meditation, and it is nice as well when, if you do feel particularly drawn, like if you're particularly drawn to one of the gods or goddesses that we work with, or you're particularly drawn to the Angel Trumpet, come back and redo the meditation in your own time, you know, and see, if it helps anymore, because sometimes we do need to repeat the process rather than just doing it once. And with this one especially, it's actually her, biorhythm that you're listening to. So it may help if you come back and listen to it again in your own time. What I may even do, there's a recorder in here, not a recorder, an SD card that I can record onto. So I may record like a longer version than the meditation we do now. So if anyone does want to, perhaps go to sleep listening to it, because of course we're not going to do like an hour-long meditation here, it'd be a bit too long. But if I could do an hour-long one, you could fall asleep listening to it, and then that may help with the astral projection and the lucid dreaming, things that you may take you a little bit longer. Like some people astral project quite quickly, some people it takes a while, so having a long meditation may help for things like that. Or a meditation you can sleep to if it's a dream, if your intentions are dream practices. So that might be a good idea. So Husky Lady says, can you get the plant scent incense sticks? And not that I know of, and I don't think you can get like the essential oil either. And I have never even thought about trying to find it. So that's definitely one thing I'll be doing as soon as I finish this, because yeah, very interesting. I can't believe I haven't thought of that before, actually. That would be really great. That would be great. I'm sure there's somewhere, I've never seen them, but I'm sure there'll be somewhere that does something like that, whether it's a spray or a oil or a incense stick. I'm sure there'll be someone that has tried to replicate it. So if I find it, I will link it. Yes, if I find it, I will link it. Okay, so I think Ari says lucid dreaming, or will my psychic abilities be hypersensitive? Oh wait, is that after that the first one? Physical changes or physical sensations, yes. So like I said, I've been working with this plant for quite a while, myself personally. So how I will work with the plant is before doing this, which of course I will continue to do now. But how I would work with the plant, and how I did work with the plant last year, because it only really blooms in the summer here, but meditating with it. So the first one I had was quite small. I had it in the room for a while, and I did feel like a connection to her spirit, but I always felt like I needed a bigger plant. Like I wanted to meditate under it, like the stories, and so I connect with the plant spirit by meditating under it, and near the plant or under the plant, however big your plant is or where it is, and for me, I felt the connection straight away. I feel her presence, I feel her presence in the same way that I feel like a passed over spirit or a spirit guide. But I think the I think that how quick the effects would be for you would depend on. It may depend on your connection, or it may just depend on like yeah. I mean I think it would vary personally. I feel like effects were quite quick. I feel like I could feel her, but I had the pull to her, so I can't really say. Um, but if anyone is really interested and would like, the recorded the recorded meditation to be up, um, you can go ahead and meditate every night or every other night or whenever you get the chance, and record what you find, or record if it just slightly helps you in some way in some part of your practice. Um, I would say it's like meditating with different frequencies. I think a lot of us will find that if we search long enough, there's one type of meditation music or one type of frequency or one kind of like prayer or goddess or something that we connect with straight away and we notice effects with straight away. That's not to say that other people can't work with that plant or goddess or whatever, but I think everyone's connection to that is a little bit different, and I think that the length of time will be different for everyone. Um, I would really love to know if anyone does have like any dreams that are specifically profound this evening, who would like to share them. I think that would be great, because I always think experiences after just one time, just one meditation, just one experience are always really interesting. And because I felt like that with her, if someone else does, I think that would be a really nice thing to connect over. Thank you, Risha. That's very nice. Thank you. Um, okay, so don't think anyone else is sending in any intentions then, which is good because that means everyone that wanted to has done. Um, you're welcome, Aries. And I know a lot of my answers, a lot of the time, are always like, it depends. Like everyone's different, and it always depends. But it is the case, and we are all different. There's no like kind of one size fits all. But if you are particularly, you know, without me kind of like prompting you and asking you if you want to join in the meditation, do you want to join in, do you have any intentions, if you are already particularly into astral projection, lucid dreaming, or trying to connect with your own passed over loved ones, I would say you probably will have a closer connection with her, and a closer connection with the meditation and everything like that. Um, so okay, so I will talk over. Ooh, Aries says, when you do your next giveaways, maybe you can put a piece of that flower into a necklace. Um, yes, I was thinking, initially I had wanted to do like a resin thing with it before I realised how big the flowers actually are. I wanted to like put one in resin, but I think, yes, doing something with the petals would be, even if it's still in resin, but it's pieces of it instead. Oh yes, so that does remind me. There's so many things about her that I'm definitely going to not have said everything I wanted to say, but the plants. So another reason why I was so like hit and miss with this meditation, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be this day, it's gonna be this day. The flowers only last 3 to 5 days. So actually, I was I was going to move it forward because I was worried about this one. This is my favourite one at the moment. I was very worried about it. Um, they last 3 to 5 days and then they just kind of fall off. If you get them just as they fall, you can keep them kind of alive a little bit in water. Um, if you put them in water for a little bit, you can keep them for a day or two more. But yes, the flowers die like super super quick as well. So yes, I'm glad so many of you can make it, but that is why I was very um worried about when to do it and kind of like changed the date a few times. So, but yes, I would love to. That's a great idea, and I would love to do something like that. Um, Anything I can do to work with the plant more. So, suggestions, absolutely, throw them my way. And if someone hasn't done an incense or an oil, I may corner the market, you know? Any excuse to get like tons. Angel Trumpet Farm. Um, yeah, so I will talk through the the ritual that we're going to do and how it's usually done, so or how it's traditionally done. So let me just have a little look at your comments first, just in case I've missed anything here. And hello to everyone who's, said hello. If I didn't say hello back, very nice to see people wishing protection to Miss Venus. Absolutely, very lovely. Yes, Sid's part I've never done ayahuasca, but I've heard of it. Um, I think it's in Brazil. It's used a lot for healing of addictions. So people who have, addictions to really like dangerous drugs, they will use ayahuasca like kind of safely in the ceremony. And I do feel that it can help people who need to be helped. But I think a lot of people do it just as an experience, like because they like the idea of having that experience. Um, which I'm not against. If you want to do that, you can do that. And who's to say what kind of addiction or problem you need to have to take a plant medicine? No one can tell you that. But I personally find that I don't feel I need to take that. Perhaps if I went through a traumatic event or got like an addiction or something, maybe then I would feel like, yeah, I do need to take that or try that. But yeah, that's just my little 2 cents on it. But Miss Venus says it makes sense. The spirits are allowed to have their boundaries too, just like roses with their thorns. Yes. Yes, the human ego, that is wrong in misunderstanding and misusing. Yes. And I think like the sad part of it is that a lot of them are just kind of like teenagers and they don't really know. But at the same time, there should always be caution taken, and we do kind of like know that we're supposed to have caution with things. Um, yes, and there can be a lot to face. And I think a lot of people, I mean, who knows, if you go into the experience completely knowing, and having like the minimal amount, I think that's the thing about it though as well, is like, who's to say, like in some reports you hear people have like three flowers in a tea, and some people saying they have like one leaf. So I think it's very as well, how much is in which part of the plant. It's dangerous, very dangerous. Okay, so I think I am caught up, and I think no one wanted to add anything other than Aries, so that's fine. Everyone's intentions are fine. So the usual ritual, how it usually goes. So the ritual that we're going to do, it is traditional, but it's usually used for connecting with past over loved ones only. So that's usually what it's used for. And what people will do is they will write their, so this is Aries one, so they will write their letter, sorry, so they will write their letter to their passed over loved one. They'll fold it up like we're going to, and they put it inside one of the flowers, which I'm going to try very carefully to do and to fit them all in. If I do, no, I think I should probably fit them all in, to be honest. Hopefully, we'll see. So, oh, sorry, what I didn't mention, they put a stamp on it. Usually, they put a stamp on, and they put it in. So they write their letter, they fold it up, they put a stamp on, they put it in the Angel Trumpet, and then what they would usually do is they can choose to, they will do something. So they'll do a prayer or they'll do a meditation like we're going to do, and then they take the letter out when they're done with their meditation or whatever they might add to the ritual, and then they bury it. So they will either bury it in the, like, beneath the plant, in the, soil beneath the plant, or they will bury it where their deceased loved one is buried. So they may then take it from the place of the plant to the graveyard, and they will bury their letter there in the graveyard. But that's the idea. So that's the kind of ritual that we're going off here. Only we are kind of changing it to, anything that the Angel Trumpet can help with. We're not just focusing on the passed over loved ones. And of course, I am going to bury our intentions afterwards. I'm going to do it in my garden, and I won't like take you out like with the camera and like do it right here and now, but I'll probably leave them in until we all like go and say goodbye and everything. But I will film when I'm burying them. Yes, so I will film it. I'll just put it up as like a short or something on YouTube and Facebook and all of that, just so you can see that I've completed the ritual, because that's kind of like the closing of the circle, if you will. Like, the completing of the ritual is to bury it. So yes, I will do that, and I'll video it, make sure you know that I've completed it for you. So yes, so that's the usual one, was usually just for deceased loved ones. So let's see, just make sure I've done everything and said everything. What you could do, as I am going around and putting all of the intentions into the plants, you could begin to prepare yourself for meditation. So of course I will, I don't have a specific, like, no guided kind of meditation here, and I haven't done a prayer to Angel Trumpet or anything like that. Like I have done. So if you're coming on Adonis tomorrow, the Adonis meditation, I have done a prayer to Adonis. I haven't done anything like that with her. I thought that because she's singing to us, it would just be nice to just take that in. But of course I will, like, say that we're beginning the meditation and kind of like talk a bit more gently then. But if you want to prepare yourself for meditation now, you only have to be able to hear the music. So sit down, lie down, be away from the screen as long as you can hear. Whatever you wish to do. And I will now go around and put all of your intentions in. I will say whose intention it is when I'm putting it in, just to be sure that we have everyone, so that people are coming back when I timestamp will know that they're in, and all of that, so you will know that you're in there. So Aries is already in there, by the way. I'm going to try not to ruin the flowers though. That's Sarah, by the way, so Sarah in there. So I wonder how many I can put in each one. We've got Sid here. Oh, it's my favourite flower. I don't want to ruin her. Sid's there. So Sid, Aries and Sarah in there. And we have Joe here, who I haven't seen in the chat. But maybe, oh no. Okay, falling out. Okay. well, 3 fitted in. So I may have to fold them a little bit smaller. Yep. But if yours falls out during the meditation, we will take that as a sign that she's going to help you and she's kind of already on it. So we only take them out at the end, so if she throws it out, that means she's already on it. Okay, so I have to be very careful. No, that one just doesn't want to be in there. Okay. I may put some in the fake Brugmansia as well. It's still a symbol of her, so we can still take it to hold the same, you know. I mean, her spirit is all around us at this time, so I'm sure that will be okay to do. Maybe I could fit some in some of the closed ones as well. There you go. I think, and then we have Woo here, so I think folding them up a little bit smaller is the way to go. Woo. If anyone after the meditation or even now is feeling particularly connected to her, this is Miss Venus, I would love to know as well if you felt anything, if you really feel connected to her like me. I would love to know. Oh, got some powder on my hand. I might have to wash them. So I don't want to be having any delirious experiences. So we have watch geeks here as well. I'm going to try and do 4 in each one. Oh no, I think if I don't fold that too small. There we go. So that was watch geeks. Some people do wear gloves when they're handling poisonous plants actually, but I should be okay. Risha here, going in this very beautiful one that's still white at the moment. She hasn't grown the pink ends yet. I wanted a white one, but I wanted a yellow one. I ended up with a white and pink. So, my other one's white and it's very beautiful. So that was Risha. No, it wasn't. Oh, who fell? So this is probably going to be the most difficult bit, getting them all to stay. A lot of pollen on that one. I might just wash my hands a second. Go back. Yes, I don't believe you can have an experience just from pollen on hands, but it's always good to be safe. So gosh darn it. That's going to stay now. Husky lady. Going to need be a bit bigger. Put in there. Husky lady, Shweta. I think they're actually going to stay. Great. Okay. Can I put Kevin just here? Oh. And then I've dislodged the others. No, that should stay. That should just about stay. There we go. Kevin there. Luna. Going in the back here. Marie. And Bonnie Clyde, Andy. Going in here. Hopefully. Yeah. Hey, it's going a lot better now. Kidda. Gonna try and put you. Is there any in there yet? Try and put you in this one. Oh, there we go. Megha. Try and get you in that one as well. Yeah, looks like they're staying in now. Oh, only one left. Jasmine. Okay. Oh, no. Yeah. Okay. So, I think we're all in. Oh, really hope they stay for the whole meditation. Right. Okay. Leon says Brugs and you are doing great. Yeah, we kind of nicknamed them Brugs. Okay, so I think they're all in, and I think they will stay in if I don't shake it up anymore. Did anybody not hear their name? Pretty sure I got everybody. I did double check. So I think we should be okay there. So we will begin the meditation in a second. But just to think about your intentions. So, has anything else that we've spoken about intrigued you? Is there anything else you would like to focus on within the meditation? Do you feel your own kind of connection to her? What I would like for you to do, I've written your intention, of course, on your paper, but if you could, in your own, in your mind, or perhaps say out loud, if that's your kind of thing, if you feel like stating out loud, ask the spirit of the Angel Trumpet to help you with your request. Ask her to see if you can feel a connection with her. So don't just state your intention like, I wish to, with help astral projecting, say it in a way, Angel Trumpet Spirit, or Lady Brugmansia, however you want to call her. Some people call her Lady Brugmansia, some people call her Spirit of the Angel Trumpet or Spirit of Brugmansia. However you feel drawn to address her, ask her for help. So don't just affirm your intention, but ask it in a way that you're requesting her help with it, okay? So that's just one thing I would like you to do. Just ask the spirit of the Angel Trumpet to help with your request. And if you have decided that you want help with more after hearing about her, add your additional extras in your request. Now, I will turn the music back up, and we will just gently and in our own time go in to the meditation. The spirit of Angel Trumpet, I request that you help all of us with our intentions, that you help all of us with our connections to our past loved ones, with our spiritual practices, our astral practices, our dream practices, our ancestors, our spirit guides. Angel Trumpet, I request that you help each and every person with their intention, and if you so wish and you so feel that you can do so, to give someone who is joining in this meditation right now a message, whether that is an auditory message or a vision during their meditation, just one word, if you could help to guide all of us and give a message to someone that is joining this meditation live right now, then I will be very thankful and appreciative, and I already am very thankful and appreciative for your being, for your help, for your abilities, but I would be very appreciative of that during this meditation as well. Thank you very much, the spirit of the Angel Trumpet. We now quiet our minds and give you and your song our full attention. Remember, if you do struggle with meditation, if you struggle with keeping your mind on the meditation, just repeat your intentions or just focus on your breath. take a moment together to say thank you, just express some gratitude to the Angel Trumpet spirit, and then begin to just come back in to your space, your room, wherever you are. Just feel back into your physical body. If you were particularly relaxed, perhaps take a little stretch as you just come back to join us here and now. Please do make sure that you have expressed gratitude in some way, whether you like to state that out loud. Thank you to the spirit of the Angel Trumpet, or whether you would like to just say that in your head. So I know some may take a little longer in coming back if you're particularly away somewhere. If anyone did have any experiences, any messages come through, any visions or anything like that, please do let me know, let us know if you're happy to share in chat. Hello, Joe. Yes, I was particularly relaxed. I do a lot of meditations with the Angel Trumpet, and like I said, joining you with the first time with the music of the Angel Trumpet. So I kind of kept reminding myself and telling myself to check the time and make sure I wasn't getting too deep in myself, because I do feel I could have gone somewhere then if I wasn't checking on my phone. So I will definitely, when we finish here, I will definitely keep the music on and have my own little meditation before I carry on with my night. But it's very nice to see people saying they're relaxed, they like the energy. Sarah says, I felt tingles everywhere and nearly fell asleep. I put my phone on my belly for babies to listen to music. Very sweet. Okay. So smiling and feeling happy, very good. Tingles, relaxation, definitely a good one. Ari says, I got messages through my clairaudience about confirmation of what I requested. Confirmation that was heard and will be granted. Okay, that's wonderful. So Aries is already like a astral traveller, so it does make sense that Aries would connect very closely and quickly with the Angel Trumpet as well. There's more to that. I also asked telepathically questions related to my list. And I actually got a response back. Okay. So I think we have someone else who's very connected to the Angel Trumpet then here, and that's very nice. So, and I think another good thing and positive thing about doing these is helping people to perhaps know where they're connected, because Angel Trumpet is quite an overlooked plant. Um, there is a big community of people who just love the flowers, but it's very overlooked spiritually. Um, so I think me introducing it to some more spiritual people is very positive, and you never know who's going to have quite a strong connection, which is why I really like to do the gods and goddess meditations as well, because you never know who you may be very connected to out of the gods and goddesses. So if you're doing on a few of those, you may be surprised of who you naturally have a connection to. Miss Venus says, I had a random vision about a bunch of black birds flying in a circle above. In an evening, I could see the trees from the horizon. Very interesting. I wonder if you were remote viewing an angel trumpet plant somewhere, an angel trumpet plant somewhere, perhaps picking up on her surroundings. Aries also says my palms are very tingly. It might also be because of my Reiki, but it definitely was all over my body. Okay, and the angel trumpet may also be of assistance. She tends to more focus on astral projection, dreams, and passed over loved ones, but she does, encompass the whole of and ancestors and spirit guides as well. She does, encompass all of the unseen kind of things, like dream realms and different realms and all of that. So it could make some sense if she could be a guide at times with Reiki, or if she could have some kind of healing, properties that aren't, like we said, not from physically eating her, but of her energy. Perhaps her energy, and to some degree, has some healing ability, and we could channel that, as healers as well. So a lot of people feeling tingly, so that's really great, because it can be difficult to fully relax in a meditation where you kind of know that you're going to come back to us all, and it's not like you're just going to bed straight away after the meditation. So you may not allow yourself to fully relax into what perhaps what you could experience in a longer meditation with her. So things like being tingly, feeling energy, feeling presence, having a vision, even if you don't fully know what it was about. These are all things that do show, there's some kind of a presence there, there's some kind of energy there going on. Pressure in the crown area. So the crown area directly related to, higher beings, angels, angel trumpet, our connection to angels and spirit guides and all of the higher beings. So that's interesting as well. Overwhelming sense of peace. Yes, that's very lovely as well. Just feeling of positive emotions, whether that's happiness, like Shrita said, I think, or whether that is peace or whatever. Feeling positive in some way. Husky Lady says sorry couldn't finish the message, so perhaps I missed that beginning part of the message. extremely relaxed. Um, Sleepy, yes, I felt very sleepy. Yeah, I could have slept or rarely, went into some other realms then. So I did really have to pull myself out. Um, Wandering qualities, feeling tingles around the forehead and third eye chakra. Yes, so we have third eye and crown here, both coming through, are very spiritual and guide, intuition, all of um, those kind of energy of those chakras. Um, a blackbird was sitting on a flower. Okay, so blackbirds, two people seeing blackbirds. Um, Aries says this one was definitely powerful, no doubt. So definitely a connection there with Aries, I think. I'll continue to give thanks and show continued gratitude and appreciation. I'm extremely appreciative of Angel Trumpet Spirit today. I will also continue to express gratitude to Angel Trumpet Spirit and will even burn a bay leaf in symbolism for the spirit later. Yes. Um, and I do take as well Aries' suggestion of doing something with the petals. I had a little thought of doing something in resin and never quite ever did it. So that would be nice to do something. Um, and I know I ran off to wash my hand, but I could still really smell that really strong. I do really love the smell. It's very, very lovely. And no one's message fell out as well, so that's really great as well. We managed to keep them in there. Um, I will bury them tomorrow to finish the ceremony. Only can't do it now because it's dark here. But yes, I will bury them tomorrow and I'll film it just to say, closing completely the ritual. Um, yeah, so we have two people seeing blackbirds, which is interesting. Out of an animal, I would have expected a moth spirit, but blackbird circling is interesting. You know, actually, there is a type of bird that can pollinate angel trumpets. I didn't mention it before because I can't remember what the type of bird is. So perhaps we could look for that and see, just in case it is black, but I'm not sure. There is a type of bird that can pollinate these plants. I don't think it's very common, but oh, you saw a bird on the flowers. Okay, so that's very interesting. I'm going to have a quick Google of that now. If you need to leave or jump off, feel free. I'm just going to see. I was almost certain when I researched moths pollinate them, but also a type of bird. Does pollinate them. It's very difficult to use this old tablet. Oh, hummingbirds it is. So don't think they are fully black, but interesting nonetheless that I didn't mention that and that you did see birds. I wonder if you can get black hummingbirds. I'm not sure. Um, oh, you can. You can get black hummingbirds. I've googled it and I can see them. So that's interesting. Perhaps the black hummingbird does pollinate these, and I didn't tell you that. So that's interesting. Um, you're very welcome as well to people saying thank you. You are very welcome. So interesting that we have a lot of birds being seen then. Um, oh, an eagle as well. Interesting. Yes. Um, and we, you can kind of relate any kind of flying animal, so moth, butterfly, birds, to things like astral projection, to things like, you know, that kind of travel, like out of body, perhaps even connection with spirit as well. So seeing a flying bird could be symbolic, especially if one of your intentions was astral projection, could be symbolic of that. Okay, so it's interesting that we have 3 people seeing black birds then. Um, yeah, interesting since I didn't tell you that a bird can pollinate it. That's very nice to see. Um, a lot of light, rainbow colours. The bird was pecking at the petal. Okay, interesting. Pulsation through different parts of the body. I think Aries had a pretty big experience with just a short meditation. So I think I will. Of course, I will for now. I will timestamp the meditation for the people that couldn't make it anyway. So if you do want to redo it, you can. But I will also record the music as well and do like a longer one, perhaps like an hour, because that'll probably be a good length for getting to sleep. If anyone does want to use it for sleep, to further help with your lucid dreams and things like that. So, yes, I will do that pretty soon, and because I could just, with a sound, I could just put a picture up. Could be pretty easy to do. So, a picture up on like the video. So that'll be pretty easy to do. Hello, Woo! Hello! So I've missed something here. Husky Lady says, I was crying. My parents gave me the sweetest message. Oh, okay. So someone did connect with their passed over loved one and got a message. Husky Lady is very, very in tune. In meditations, spiritually, I do believe Husky Lady has gifts. Do believe she could be becoming a healer or something like that. Whichever avenue I suppose she wants to go down, but healer, perhaps even enhancing psychic gifts and becoming like a reader or something, if that was a path she choose to go down. Husky Lady's very, very tuned in with meditation, so it does make sense that you would have an experience, but also what I did point out, Husky Lady's post, if anyone saw it on when I shared it on Facebook and YouTube, she has practiced meditation for a long time, and I shared one of her experiences because I thought it was beautiful and amazing, and I wanted to share it and say, like, look, when you do rarely commit to meditation, these things do happen. So, you know, we all have gifts to some degree, but just because you have a gift doesn't mean that you shouldn't also rarely hone in on meditation. It can enhance other gifts, and if you're someone who doesn't feel tapped into a gift yet, meditation is really key. There isn't really any way around the fact that meditation really is key, and that's why I shared Husky Lady's post message to me, because I think it does show how positive meditation is and what it can do. So in just the short meditation, she had a message from her parent. So it's very beautiful to have that ability to tap in that quickly and that easily. And Miss Venus says maybe it was a spiritual guardian of the plant. Maybe, yes. Yes, I will timestamp it so that anyone that wants to now can go to it. But I will definitely record a longer music of Angel Trumpet and put the longer one up for anyone that wants to use it for sleep. So, woo, yes, welcome, and I'm glad that you could make it here just for the end. If you would like to, if anyone was late and they would like to go, I will timestamp the meditation, so do feel free to just do the meditation. But I did discuss a lot about the Angel Trumpet, who she is, what she has been used for, and some history and things like that. So it may benefit you to watch the whole video back, because it may be of interest. She's a very interesting plant. So yes, it may be of interest to go right back and watch the whole thing. Or you can just find the timestamp when I put it up and just do the meditation if you wish. But yes, I think she's very interesting, and it may be of interest to watch the whole video back. But welcome, and I'm glad that those who did join late, you're still very welcome. I'm glad that you could come for a little bit of the live. That's great, really lovely to see you there. Yes, blackbirds, especially the crow, is considered as a messenger from the past loved ones, yes. Yes. I always mix up crow and raven, but I do believe that's right. Part of the message that I got was that they are aiding me for Reiki healing practitioner life paths. I got messages that said that this is a segue to my life's blueprint. Okay, interesting. So a lot of Aries messages very close to her intentions, very in relation to her intentions, so that's really great. Yeah, I think that I definitely feel that with this one, there's been more experiences. The last one we did, the Isis one, Goddess Isis, on Lionsgate even, as well. I don't really feel like anyone had too intense of an experience compared to this, or there wasn't as many people having experiences compared to this. So I really like that. I really love that. That's really nice to see, because I definitely feel more connected to Angel Trumpet than I do to Isis. So that's really great. Just to let you guys know, if you are joining on tomorrow, I think Adonis will be ready. Wallflower is out now. I'm just looking at him now. I'm hoping the other two will bloom. It will be today, or I may move it to tomorrow if the plant isn't bloomed enough. But the Adonis meditation it isn't just about the plant. So of course it's about the god Adonis. So we don't really need the plant to be that in bloom, rarely, but I just wanted it to be. This one was more important in relation to the plant because this is specifically only about the plant. The Adonis meditation is about the god Adonis, but we have a plant that connects to him, and I will explain why the plant connects to him in tomorrow's meditation, or the day after, if it has to be the day after. It's probably going to stay as tomorrow, even if the plant isn't perfect. Probably will. But just keep an eye out. I may change it. If I change it, I'll post that I've changed it. But I may. I'm trying to keep it as tomorrow. I do want it to be tomorrow. I'm excited for it. But yes, if anyone's interested in tomorrow's one, check the time on the homepage because I know we're all in different time zones, so don't want to give you the wrong time. For me, it should be 10 p.m. For you, I'm not sure when that will be. The Aries, the Lionsgate, and the Isis were the same, but then I chopped the Isis meditation out of it and just posted the Isis meditation. So you can still go back and do the Isis meditation if you wish. It will be interesting to see if you have like just a powerful experience as the Angel Trumpet, or if you really are like really connected to the Angel Trumpet. But the Isis meditation has been clipped out. If you go to my just normal uploads, it should be on there. It's been taken out of the Lionsgate. And you can still use it just for Isis. But it was more to do with Lionsgate because Sirius is supposed to represent Isis, and Sirius was in alignment in Lionsgate, so that's why we used Isis there. But you can just use it for Isis if you wish to still use it. Yeah, I'm glad that so many people made it to this one. I know it's nice to be notified of the sessions, and you know, if I could do that for everyone I would, but I'm not always able to. But because I really wanted to get the things written, I did inform everyone of this one. Yes, and I think what Aries says as well, I'm maybe I was meant to be here for this one. I do think that group meditation has a more powerful, you know, it's not only are we present with the Angel Trumpet, but we're also all present together, so I think it holds more energy. You know, these things are still powerful on their own when you do it on your own, but I think a group meditation is really powerful, especially connecting different parts of the world together as well. And Miss Venus says I'd love for them to be on weekends, so I can be fully present. I pretty much match my meditations to like with Leon's like kind of off days from work, so I do apologise if it's not like the best times and dates for you guys. I do try to alternate as best I can. And hopefully I will get like a good day for you at some point. The Adonis one probably can't move all the way to the weekend, unfortunately. It's just because of the flowers. Yeah, it would have been nice. It would have been nice. And Adonis was supposed to be yesterday, so... But yeah, the flower that's now kind of open a bit wasn't even open yesterday, so I kind of moved it. So yeah, really sorry about that. Very, very sorry. Yeah, in this instance, it's not really Leon's fault. It's more the flower's fault, but not your fault. But yeah. But but yeah, most of the time I do kind of try to match with Leon. So yeah, just blame Leon. So it's been really great. I am really glad of how many people did, give their intentions, and how many people came live as well. I really love to see, like, so many of you guys live. There. So if you can make tomorrow for Adonis, please do. If you notice that Adonis isn't tomorrow, it's because of the flowers and me. Probably overthinking it and moving it. Going to try to keep it till tomorrow, even if he hasn't bothered to flower. But also, I put a post up on my community tab and on Facebook asking what you guys like most, what streams you like most. So if you could comment and let me know, so I have some kind of idea about what is more like preferred. Or I've put some on there that I haven't done yet, like I've put room reading and palmistry, which I haven't done yet. But if you have any suggestions as well, please do comment on there. There will definitely be a palm reading stream next month, I think. So I'm saying definitely and then I think. But yeah, just have a look at the post. Let me know what you do like best and what perhaps you would like to see more of. No, none of the notes came out at all. All of the notes stayed in the flowers, so I'm really happy about that. Do look out for the video of me burying it if you want to feel, yourself, like the rituals like fully closed and fully finished. It definitely will be. They'll be buried, and I'll post a video of them being buried. But yes, so you're very welcome to everyone saying thank you. Does anyone have any questions before I go? Because I will just say goodbye and go now. But if anyone has any questions or anything else they'd like to say, if you have any like last words about like how you felt about this or anything like that, just let me know. And we could always as well, if you wanted to do another live Angel Trumpet, we can always do that at some point as well. Yeah, but do look out for Adonis, and look out for when I do the hour-long Angel Trumpet. If you really enjoyed this, perhaps fall asleep to the hour-long one and see. So it'll be pre-recorded and it'll just be a video. Perhaps fall asleep to it, and then perhaps you have more of a dream experience. Yes, I'm thinking another Angel Trumpet in the future, perhaps next year. At the kind of same time when she's blooming again, and perhaps do another one, kind of catch up, see if anyone continued work with her or anything. Yes, sweetheart. Yes, actually, I think I just saw your notification on Facebook, I think it was, before I jumped on here. So, yes, if you have suggested, thank you very much. I will look into it. And thank you all so much for coming. It means so much, and I'm glad you all enjoyed it. I'm glad you all had some kind of experience, whether it was a feeling or just visions, colours, whatever it was. Really grateful to you guys for being here with me, and for giving the Angel Trumpet a chance, where many people think that she's like evil. So yes, really great. And I'm glad that people already want another Angel Trumpet. Oh yes, Aries says that, good point actually. When's your next crystal ball? So the next crystal ball is on the 23rd. The 23rd of August at 6 p.m. GMT. I'm not sure what it is to other people, but the 23rd. And it's been a while, hasn't it? It really feels like it's been a while. That will stay as the 23rd. That definitely won't be moved. yes, I probably got to your message like way after you sent it. Yes, I'm excited for the next crystal ball because it really has been a while. Oh, if you haven't liked the video, please like the video before you go. Just like the video before you go. And it means a lot that, you know, you guys have given her a chance and that you even would like another Angel Trumpet meditation means so much to me. So, thank you for, you know, listening to what I have to say about her and giving her a chance like many people don't. So, love, light, and blessings to each of you. I hope to see you at the next one, whether it's Adonis tomorrow or whether it's Crystal Ball. Love, light, and blessings.